Hey there, Latin 3. Here we are with Jason and the Argonauts. I usually just call it Argonauts, but sometimes I'll call it Jason. As always, I'm using a very old book, but I will have all the print stuff for you online. Read the intro, just in case you don't know the story of Jason and the Argonauts, but it's essentially Nick Fury assembling the Avengers. It's essentially the Hanna-Barbera Laugh Olympics. And so here we go. We're on chapter 57, and it's labeled that because this book, it goes 1 to 100 as far as the chapters go, and that's where Hercules ended and the Argonauts begun. So 57, the wicked uncle. Once upon a time, there was in Thessaly 2 brothers, of whom one was named Aeson, and the other was called Pelias. Aeson held the throne first. But after a few years, Pelias, seduced by the desire to reign, not only expelled his brother, but even had in mind to kill or to murder Jason, the son of Aeson. However, some of the friends of Aeson, when they learned of Pelias' plan, they decided to snatch the boy out of such a danger. At night, therefore, they stole Jason out of the city, and when they returned to the king, or they reported back to the king on the following day, they announced to him that the boy had died. Pelias, when he had heard this, even though he truly was feeling great joy at this, however, he put on the face, he pretended the face, the appearance of grief, and sought or asked what the cause of his death was. Moreover, they, those being Aeson's friends, when they knew well that his grief was, or when they realized well that his grief was false, they told him, I don't know what story about the death of the boy. So what I recommend here is from here on out that you parse all of your subjunctives. It will help you with your translation. Hopefully you've already translated this chapter. Now you listen to mine and you correct. But parse all of your subjunctives out. It will help. Make sure you give the reason. It's really good training. And what have you. Do the same thing for gerunds, gerundives, genitives, ablatives. Ablatives are big. Datives. I mean, basically just parse the living daylights out of everything. I often would recommend to my level 3s that they highlight things. I forget the exact order that I had people highlighting things in, but make it consistent. If we're in class, I will have told you already. If we're not in class, though, highlight nouns, highlight infinitives, highlight verbs, highlight nouns and adjectives and pronouns, infinitives, verbs, and that should pretty much cover it. Oh, and gerunds and gerundives. You should be highlighting those 4 things. So yeah, that's chapter 57, and I will see you back for chapter 58. I'm going to hit the button.